Hi there, welcome back to another one of our EV charger rebate quick takes. Today we're talking about the state of Connecticut. As always, we're going to start with the level 2 side. So up in Connecticut, on the level 2 side, there are no state programs currently. There are, however, some power company programs, and some of them are pretty good. So if we look at the two best rebates out there are Eversource and United Illuminating. Both of those have a program where they'll give you $20,000 per site or 50%. So I don't like the 50% as much. I would prefer if that wasn't there, but because if I could get you 20,000 per site, we could drop in 4 chargers pretty easily. But with that 50%, it makes it a little bit more difficult. What I look at on there when we've talked to some people in Connecticut, the people we work with there, if you're in a 30C, you're going to get 30% plus your 50%. So you're getting 80% back. And that's about as good as it gets in Connecticut on the level 2 side. Again, these programs are submit them for approval. They'll approve you. Once you get your chargers installed, give them all the information they're looking for. They'll give you a rebate back. So not bad. Like I said, not bad at all, really. $20,000 for your site. Like I said, the bad part is the $50,000. If we're up there doing a project for 4 chargers and spending 30, you're going to get 15 from the power company. If you're 30C, you're going to get 9 from there, so you're getting 24 back. You got a $30,000, final project in your backyard or in your parking lot that you spent $6,000 on. So not a bad investment still. Okay. Outside of Eversource and United Illuminating, there is a program, Norwalk and Norwich. Both of those two have programs, run $4,000 per plug. So not as high as maybe the Eversource thing, but they did not have the 50% break, right? So there, I might be installing 2 chargers for $15,000. I'm getting $8,000 back from here. So now I'm only investing 7. If I'm getting 30C, I've got another 4,500. So, there you go. 3,000 some odd dollars. You got a couple chargers in your parking lot. So not bad. Definitely worth looking into. Again, this is one of those states. If you are going to need charging in the next couple of years, I'd recommend you put them in, take advantage of it. When we get to the DC fast charging side in Connecticut, so if you've got your convenience stores, anything where you're trying to get somebody charged within a couple hours or less than an hour, less than 30 minutes, that's where we're going into the DC side. And there we have Eversource and United Illuminating. Both have the same thing. It's $150,000 per site. So we submit for approval, get the, after completion, they'll stick all the documents, right? They'll review everything. Good thing is they're going to tell you up front what you get awarded for. So, the good thing on those kind of things, if you get into that, you are going to know, that the money's coming. It is capped. Okay. So the way they do this one is important to understand. This one's a little different than the level 2. And might be that the level 2 is just a little misleading, but on this one, the rebate is capped at 50% of the charger cost and 100% of the make-ready cost. So when I look at a typical DC charger installation, you're normally running 60% of that cost, or maybe even a little bit more, sometimes up to 70, is actually going to be the electrical make-ready work. So if I'm getting 100% of that, and then I'm getting 50% of my charger cost, it's more like a 75% cap versus a 50% cap. So we're looking at 150,000 per site. It can't be more than 75% of what you're spending roughly. So again, quick, easy math. If you invested $200,000 to put some level 2 charging or DC fast charging in at your property, you're going to get 150,000 back from the power company. Good deal. Not bad at all. So that's another state. We spend a lot of time helping people there get that figured out and get that stuff going, because if you got a convenience store or anything like that where you're going to have people coming in wanting to charge them in 15, 20, 30 minutes or an hour, 2 hours, let's take a look at this, right? Let's take a look at it. Let's get it set up. On this program here too, we actually ran into this, and we're trying to go through with somebody right now, is looking at the minimum requirements on it, right? What are the minimum requirements of the size of that DC charger? Because in some cases, because of this amount of money that they're giving you, it might be cheaper at an apartment complex or something like that to go ahead and put in a DC fast charger, take advantage of the money that you're getting back, and work it that way. Yeah, you still have that problem of somebody parking there overnight, but like you got all this other power, you got all the time around it that you can get charging done. So if you're in Connecticut, definitely take a look. You might want to look at it both ways. Make sure you're making those right choices. And that's what we try to do with our customers all the time. So that's all for Connecticut. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.